Hello everyone, Time to Grind here, and today we're back with more Neon Abyss 2, the amazing platform shooter roguelike, and we absolutely broke the game with a build that we have not really seen or utilized before, a jumping explosion build, and it was just absolutely insane, absolutely broken. We ended up getting in conversations about AI as well, so a lot of fun stuff to be had, and so I hope you guys enjoy. Let's jump into it. Well, here we are with more Neon Abyss 2, and the game kind of got some festive decorations. We got a cool little Christmas hat. We're going to be playing as Elise this time, because I feel like that's kind of most Christmassy. Got a lot of health, and she starts out with something that'll wake up the other Hatch Mom. And we still have a lot of the bosses to try to fight and kill. So that's what we're going to be trying to do. We're going to start with a random patch, and we're going to just jump right into it. Last time, I think we made our way to Zeus. There's a lot of different ending bosses now with some of the recent updates. So we got to try to actually start making some progress on them. And we're going to start with 50 bombs. So we just get 50 bombs, and explosions you generate may sometimes increase egg hatch progress. And every few attacks fire special homing bullets. More hatchmon increase special bullets, but we'll probably switch out for a different weapon probably. But I'll turn the volume down. Let me know if that's too loud. And we are going to, we can change what faith we're going to select for free at the beginning. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just do, if we do gambling, we'll level up gambling faith. There's all these different faiths. And we're going to go to the secret room. Okay. I definitely think we're going to try to go to do an egg build. Definitely feel like we're going to try to do an egg build. That's insane. Already starting out. Yeah, we got to Zeus, but we were not able to kill Zeus last time. So that's going to be our goal. I'm going to try to fight the same boss that we did last time. And I could keep her weapon, but I feel like we've used this weapon before, and I want to try to, you know, keep every episode trying out new fun different things, so. We are on hard mode. We lowered the difficulty last episode off of like the super impossible difficulty. We had turned that on because we had like done all of the content, but then they added like 50 new bosses to the game or something crazy. So we have our work cut out. So we're just trying to do this hard mode shenanigans. There's a gambling machine. That's how we're gonna build up our gambling faith. And I unfortunately don't think I can make that jump because I don't have double jumps. If we were playing my favorite character, I'd be able to get up there. But that's okay. Yeah, Abyssal's the hardest difficulty, I believe. But we're going to keep gambling all this money that we have to build up the gambling faith. Now let's go gamble it. Every roguelike's all about gambling secretly. It's a CIA psyop to try to convince everybody to become degenerate gamblers. Okay, there's a tainted rock there. 1 grenade equals 2 grenades. Love to see it. Love to see it. And I got plenty of grenades. Starting off with 50 grenades is very nice. Plenty of keys. Even more keys. And what's our treasure room item? Slightly increases weapon damage. Explosions you create become cross-shaped with an increased blast radius. So obviously reference to Bomberman. I remember playing the absolute crap out of one of the Bomberman games on the DSi. So I don't know, maybe, I don't know. If we could somehow get like a explosion-based weapon or build, that would be pretty cool. But otherwise, with all of the eggs that we have and then eggs being hatched faster with explosions, I think we're going to for sure be trying to do a Hatchmon kind of build. Explosions and gambling, 2 things man needs to survive. Okay. I do like that they just kind of simplified it and there's only one type of challenge room in this game, because in the original game there were all sorts of, maybe not all sorts, but there were a couple different challenge rooms. And some of them you couldn't take any damage, some of them were harder but you could take damage. I like that they're all just the 5 waves, you can take damage. It was a little bit annoying, you know, between the different ones. We haven't played the original Neon Abyss in a while now. It's honestly been... Now that 2's out, I don't know the last time we have played the first one. They're a little bit low, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. You're at 1 HP. I don't feel like I'm doing a ton of damage. Okay. When you land, wait a minute. When you land after a jump, every jump mark releases a bomb doll that tracks enemies? Does it give me a double jump now? When you land after a jump. When you land after a jump, every jump mark releases a bomb, so they probably only do it if there's enemies. And this scales with jumps. I don't think we've ever done a build that scales with jumps. Okay, well, I definitely think we're gonna go for this. I definitely think we're gonna go for that. Because we have the explosion damage, so let's try this. Let's try this. I hated getting the don't take damage pal rooms and getting 50 waves the worst enemies ever. Yeah. So I very much enjoy the way it is now. We can now with this, it gives us 1 extra dump by default, so we should be able to go up into this one room now. Never seen a weapon that scales with jumps. Yeah, I know. I feel like we might have, I just don't remember it. But yeah, we've definitely not done a build based on it, so I would love to try to make this one work. Do some more gambling here. Hopefully we can get the gambling faith to pay off before we do the boss. Oh, rip. That sucks. Still got one more room, though. Still got one more room. Okay. Yeah, I got plenty of keys. Nice. What is that? Oh, what? What? It added. There was a gambling machine in this. Ready player 0 ready reduces the number of soul shards required for weapon upgrades. Obviously a reference to Ready Player 1. That is extremely good at an early in a run. So we're just trying to build up the gambling faith. We're almost there. So this is going to be an interesting build. I'm so curious how this weapon's going to work out. And this should get us the gambling, if not one more. Nope, there we go. Okay. So the gambling faith has been opened. We're going to go to the Temple of Faith. And this one, a lot of gambling machines, and every time we gamble, we pretty much are playing bingo on the gamble board. And if we get a bingo, we get all of those items. So it's just gambling to the max. It's honestly, starting off the runs with gambling can be really good. Because you get all the resources. Not that I need bombs, but you could get a lot of, you know, keys or other things. We're almost out of money here. Oh, rip. Okay, I'm going to lose some health for a bit more money. We got to gamble a bit more. Come on. We're so close to getting something. We are so close to getting something. There we go. That was good. That was good. That was good. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, we're going to get some goodies. You've got a gambling problem. Woo! All those keys. We have so many keys, so many grenades. Too bad these things aren't scaling with keys and grenades. Oh my gosh, dude. And we're ending up with more money than we had to begin with here in this room. We gotta pay out. A weapon, vanishing bullets, summon magic eyes. Oh, is this the Illuminati? This is the Illuminati weapon. We had a really OP build with the Illuminati weapon. If you want to see that, it's a previous episode. We'll go ahead and destroy it. There's also, when entering the next floor, it reveals the floor layout. I would rather have player 0 ready. After you generate one gamble machine? Gains 2 silver eggs. Wisps hit, apply marks. We're gonna destroy this too. We might already get level 2 on our weapon. Yes! Already got level 2. Grants an extra jump. Awaken 5 hatchmons on this floor to get a jump box. Or extra jump. After taking damage 2 times on this floor, get a jump box. We'll take that. Remember, the more jumps we have, the more damage this weapon does. Oh my, dude, gambling rooms early on. Now, to be fair, I am at 1 HP because of, gambling has been hurting me. Gambling has been hurting me, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave now. And we will try to go to the shop here. I don't want to lose the run after all this grinding. I could just buy revives on the spot after being defeated. So you know what? I'll buy that. We'll also buy a shield to hopefully help me out. Okay. I think we're ready to fight the boss now. Wow, that's crazy. I can stop anytime I want. Okay. Farah, God of Racing. I think this is one of the bosses from the first game that we hadn't seen yet. Oh, gosh. Oh, my God, look at the... Wait a minute. Yeah, I keep dropping these... Oh, my... Look at those homing bombs! Oh, my gosh. Adds 3 shields and increase your weapon attack speed for Super Earth. I feel like we've already gotten it. We're already getting an OP build. Oh, my gosh. Let's see, though, because as we know, even if you get OP builds... there's a lot of bosses you got to go through now, so I don't think I want the egg faith. We're gonna take damage. I don't want the wisp faith. We'll take damage. I don't want to do capitalism. I honestly think I'm good on gambling. I don't want the psychedelic faith. Yeah, we'll go the stereotypical angel and devil deal room. That actually is already giving us jumps because of all the damage we took, which is pretty funny. Oh, gosh. Okay. Oh! Undertale reference. Hatching a hatchmon drops an egg. Incredibly good. Okay. I think we're going to try to do an angel room, maybe. Because I feel like we're already OP. We just need health. I could buy another revive. That would be pretty sick if I just had 2 revives. So we'll see, we'll see. So every time I jump, I just create all these homing bombs. Oh my gosh! And then the homing bombs are extra OP because of the Bomberman item. Oh, this is a fun build. This is a fun build. This is a fun build. We need crystals to continue doing the angel room thing. Game can just shred you no matter what. Yeah. See, that heart is the culmination of your being. That's what it says at the start of Undertale, right? Is that what you're referencing? Nice. Getting lots of shields here. And to be fair, this character does have 4 health starting out, so maybe it's not super important that I... do angel room. Devil room could probably be okay too. That's what Flowey explains. Yeah, yeah. I haven't played Undertale in so long. When I was a kid, I did the neutral route and I did the pacifist route. I never did the genocide route. Honestly, let's do a devil deal. So at some point in time, I'm going to play Deltarune, but I'm waiting until all the chapters are out. But at some point before that, I want to do a stream of us doing the genocide route. Upon use, roll a short distance. Oh yeah, consuming crystals instantly refreshes. I got a roll. Undertale is amazing. If you guys like Undertale, I would always recommend Amori. I'm wearing Amori merch. I always talk about Amori. But okay, we got a devil deal now. Let's go. So either increase weapon damage and I can fly, which would be good, but I think I just want more. I think I just want the jumps. In battle, if you don't take damage for 5 seconds, increase weapon damage by 1 stack. I'm going to take that because I don't think the jumps, mess with flight, but we get flight a lot of the times. I'm just going to have the million jumps. How many chapters do you think Deltarune will even have? I'm pretty sure it's supposed to have 5, right? Yeah, the genocide route is really cool, or so I've heard. Obviously, I don't know too much about it besides the really hard Sans fight. Oh my gosh, dude. These bombs are crazy. These bombs are crazy. It's 7 chapters. Okay, so I was wrong. Restores half a heart and half a shield each time you enter the weapons realm. The weapons realm. What is a weapons realm? I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out. Roll. Okay, challenge room in a room that's gonna hurt us. We'll do the challenge room first. So all I gotta do is jump a million times, and we get a million homing bombs that act like we're playing Bomberman. I still think someone should make a Bomberman roguelike. I don't know how that would work. 9th color, whatever. We've definitely got the weapon we want. Oh, so close to level 3 already. We're hurt ourselves for shields. Love it. Oh. What? Where did that present go? Okay, I didn't want it anyways. I didn't want it anyways. A lot of stuff in here. A lot of stuff in here. I want to see base building game roguelike. How would you even do that? Oh, I need keys. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Okay. You know what? I am going to go buy the extra life. So we now have 2 extra lives as well. Oh, I do remember. Yeah, I played Wandering Village at one point very long time ago. The city builder kind of thing on the top of the back of a walking creature. Kimmy, God of Idols. Okay, jump, 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 jump. 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 Jump, jump. I guess I should be shooting at the same time. No reason not to. Oh my gosh! The amount of damage these bombs do! There's level 3, Royal Shovel. Grants an extra jump, pick up coins 3 times on the floor to get a jump box. Yep. You want as many jumps, because the more jumps, the more damage. And then Unicorn Hair increases your weapon's projectile range. Gain an extra wisp at the start of each battle. Okay. Off to a really good start. Off to a really good start. Yeah, what Hatchmon is this? True, I don't recognize this. She will split the drop pickups into their smallest units. What That is interesting. Yeah, I don't know if we've seen that one before. Let's switch off. I don't want Gambling Faith. I don't want Wisp Faith. I don't want Egg Faith. I don't want Psychedelic Faith. I don't want Consumer Faith. I don't even really want Angel and Devil Room Faith. This is what I wanted. Every time we get soul shards, faith meter goes up. This will help us level up our weapon more. And because of all the damage we're taking, we're already starting with all of these extra jumps. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go in the Hurdy room. Okay. So I already have all these jumps, dude. This build is so broken already. The fact that the bombs, like, home in on enemies, too. Okay. So we're going to destroy this. Especially because we have the relic or whatever that says our guns are easier to level up. I feel like that's the perfect thing. Also, someone tell me... Oh. Well, Snippet went down. That means... Okay, normally I ask y'all. Yeah, but Snippet kind of helped me a bit. Normally I ask you guys, but Snippet kind of went out of his way to do something. So I was like, I know there's something at the bottom. Because, yeah, we don't even have a lot of money, so I'm glad we went bought. Okay. Send in the homing bombs. Wow. We've got a very strong build. Got a very... Oh, we got... If we destroy this, we'll get a bunch of... Oh my gosh. Already got... Level 4, extra jump, pick up 5 hearts or shields in this floor to get a jump box. Or extra jump, destroy 10 wooden crates to get a jump box. Let's do that. Oh my gosh. Got a fun build right now. So here in a second, we're already going to go to the Faith Temple. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Okay. So we're going to take the weapon. We're going to downgrade it. We're going to switch. We're going to sell the weapon. We're going to take the badge. We're going to put the badge in here. And I can either now... Our weapon damage will do poison, digital squares, ice spikes, or piercing. Let's get some poison. Whatever. And beautiful. Sounds good to me. We're going to check for a secret room here. I got 63 bombs. No reason to not just check for everything we want. We can basically fly. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, when we got offered that, when we got offered the flight, I was like, okay, normally flight is incredible, but like, do I need it? Probably not. We've got 2 extra lives still as well. Things are going very well for us. But once again... Oh, that is somewhat normal. Late game is when we'll kind of know if this works out. But I would love to be able to beat Zeus for the first time here. Just got reminded of a Flash game, Gun Mayhem. There are things called duck bombs, and when they explode, their explosions had the onomatopoeia quack instead of boom. That's cool. That, what you're saying makes me think of Duck Game, one of my favorite, like, multiplayer games of all time. Test your luck, win a random amount of coins. Sure. I'm at 86. Oh, what the? Okay. We're just casually gonna get 650 coins. That sounds good to me. Sure, why not? We'll go ahead and buy a weapon to sell it. Let's go gambling. What is this fucking run? I don't understand what this run is. Yeah, because in that duck in duck game, there's a dedicated quack button. Oh my gosh, this run. I already feel like I'm breaking the game. Also, whatever hat we got made us lose our Christmas spirit. That's okay though. I'm waiting for one of these rotten hearts to actually give me a max heart container, but you won. I hope. I hope. I hope. I hope. What? Lottery winnings. Thank you, Samuel, for the $5 buckaroonies. Those are my IRL lottery winnings. Oh, thank you, thank you. Okay. Something about the malicious giggle coming from the jump boxes tickles me. Shark grenade explosions can awaken all unconscious Hatchmon. Or increase weapon damage for the first 10 seconds, and then it goes away. Well, I'm gonna just do anything about explosions. So we'll take Shark Grenade. Sounds good. Sounds wonderful, even. And we already know where Secret Room is. There is more we could do. I could grab a grenade. It doesn't matter. We're gonna go on with our life here. No reason to draw this out. Comey got a pachinko. I'm the god of pachinko. I almost have my 400th Peglet episode. Though that's more peg. But whatever. Oh my gosh, this build is crazy. Let's go. Adds a shield and a heart container. Can't complain about that. And off to Area 3. Or sorry, Area 4. Okay. I'll go ahead. We'll do the Angel or Devil Room Faith. I should have done the... Actually, I'll do it right now. Let's get our treasure room item first. Is that another jump? Grants an extra jump. Use the curio 2 times on this floor to get a jump box. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hatchmons will have explosive awakenings. I'm just gonna cut, and that is good because we have a bunch of Hatchmon. This is crazy. Oh, I won, but there was still an enemy. That's interesting. You get a lightsaber with this? Oh. You gotta do something, whatever. We're selling it. Already got level 5. Grants an extra jump. Use 3 bombs on this floor to get a jump box. Or extra jump. Awaken 5 Hatchmons to get a jump box. So we're already 3 away until... Excuse me, we already have whatever all the stars of the jump box mean. And there's the secret room. Can't believe how much we won with that lottery ticket. I cannot believe it. I took damage. I do think I just want a devil deal for more damage potentially. Drive-by bombing. Drive-by bombing. We have another Hatchmon. Sorcy. Each time she's awakened, all Wisp Shades respawn. Okay. Pretty decent. Oh. Okay. There's not really a huge point for me to sit around gambling, considering I'm pretty much already at max money. Also, the only thing I don't like about jump boxes is like, oh my gosh. It's sometimes like, it takes a lot of time to like deal with all the jump boxes. Like you're opening and 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 opening, and then you spawn more, and then you're opening and opening, and then you get the jump things, and you're opening and doing the animations, and then opening and opening, opening, opening. It's definitely a suffering from success kind of thing, but I'm clearing these floors so fast. And remember, once again, I have 2 revives. I'm gonna try to do devil deal stuff. Open up the boxes. Open up the boxes. Open up the boxes. What were you doing in that chest? Opening up the boxes. That's all I'm ever doing. For the rest of this run, all I'm going to be doing is opening up jump boxes. Challenge, cross the room without accidentally killing everyone. Because I have so many resources, I get even more resources. Greed sticker, picking up coins may grant triple rewards. But the coins explode after 3 seconds. I'm not gonna take that, actually. Actually, no, I will. Because... oh, it is gonna make a lot of this money go away. What, like up there? Or maybe it's only newly spawned stuff. Yeah, I think it's only newly spawned money. Oh, we're talking about the, yeah, the counter guy, or the, yeah, the dealer. Oh my gosh. We are running out of keys somewhat. So I want to make sure I've... oh! Yep, I forgot they blow up. I want devil deal. Oh, Moldy Heart gave us a heart container. Oh my gosh. This is just crazy. Increases the probability of treasure chests appearing. No, I still want the Ready Player one. After use generates 8 bouncy bombs. Sure. How do we put it back? Yeah, Q. Yeah. And then we're going to insta-kill everybody here. And then we're getting jump boxes and jump boxes and jump boxes and jump boxes. Why does it feel like almost every other episode in this game, we just feel like we absolutely break it? Nice. Oh, I don't know if we've done this before. Shoot. Turn them into the same color. What? I did it, guys. I did it. Each time you spend coins, gain a purple wisp. This game has AI art. You sure about that? I didn't think there was a disclaimer on the Steam store. I'm definitely not a fan of AI art. I had not heard or seen of that at all, that claim. More jump boxes! I think it's also the fact that like half the time the jump boxes come with like other types of boxes. Oh yeah, I'm not saying that like it is totally just a voluntarily thing. I'm sure that there are a bunch of devs trying to hide it. That's the first time I've heard of that. I'm curious where that claim comes from. Upon use, consumes crystals. Oh, it's a curio. I don't know. Whatever. We'll take a key, an egg, and then we're gonna buy. Oh, that's an artifact. We'll take that. Another crystal container. We're gonna buy the origami thing to sell it for more level up juice. Let's see. This doesn't seem like the type of game to go AI. His style seems too distinct, first off. Yeah, and I don't know if it's just like... Because trust me, I have made my my opinions very well known about AI art and stuff in games and stuff. Trevo, God of stand-up. And it's like, you know, I'd rather spend my time playing indie games that feel like love and effort was put into them, or ones that are just like, you know, really, really fun. But I do know that, sadly, because of people reasonably wanting to avoid stuff with AI, there is like a lot of like legitimate people that aren't using AI being accused of using AI. And then it's like you have to prove that you weren't using AI, and it's just, I hate the timeline we're in. The agent art is clearly AI. Oh, so you're just one of those people. Okay. Yeah. The sad thing is because AI stole artwork and art styles, it is causing this constant game of cat and mouse where people see things that probably were legitimate beforehand but has been stolen by AI and now just accusing everything of being AI. Which, if anything, I think, even though I understand where you're coming from, I think it hurts the movement more than anything. I don't know. The devs locked a thread accusing them of using AI. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. Necessarily like guarantees anything. Upon use, consumes crystals, causing yourself to explode. I would still hurt if I do that, right? Okay, I do still hurt. I don't really want that. Increases your open attack speed, slightly increases movement speed. I'll look into it. But I don't know. Not very much hard evidence there, I gotta say. I think you're gonna win. Dumb question. What would you consider procedural textures to be AI artwork? I mean, and it's just like it's a hard. Everybody has to draw the line in the sand themselves, right? And also, first of a second, when you have no heart containers, gain the ability to fly. Nah. Adds a heart container. All damage increased. Okay. So we only actually lose one for that. And then when you have shields, increase weapon damage and gain 3 shields. Cool. So like as an example, right? I have one of the games we played recently, the Grandpa High on Retro game, that had AI voice acting, and it had a lot of AI music, and the game started to get popular, and then the dev slowly every update started removing all of the AI music and switching it out for real music made by real people. And when we played the game, I constantly talked about how I think the game would be better if they did the same with the AI voices, switching over to real voice actors. We'll go ahead and do Angel Room and Devil Room again here. But like I ultimately played a game that had AI voice acting, right? And I think there's been 1 or 2 times that I've played a game that had a little bit of generative AI art. I think one of them was like a sponsorship for a game where it was like, I don't know, it was like something called Gug or something, and it was like you could type in anything and it would like turn that into a Gug, and it would try to like, I don't know, it was just like a unique concept. But like there have been a lot of games, either sponsorships or non-sponsors, that have like all of the art in the game is AI art. In fact, there was a Reddit thread I saw recently, where someone was promoting their demo of some roguelike deck builder on a subreddit. And everyone was just shitting on them because of the entire game is just generative art. Like the entire game is generative art. Because I think the whole concept is it's like an infinite card game or something. We're gonna buy this to sell it. And like I have no interest in playing that. I will never play that because like there's too many games for me to play anyways. And like, so if I'm gonna play a game and cover it, I want to cover a game that feels like it was made with love. And also real fast, grants an extra jump. 2 lock chests, get an extra jump box. Your weapons projectiles create explosions? Oh, I didn't mean to shoot the shopkeeper. But wow, this is OP. And so, you know, and I think there's a large set of gamers that do not care, right? It feels like a big the AAA gaming space feels like they're utilizing AI a lot. But like, for me as someone that like plays so many indie games, I'm gonna try to avoid it as much as I can. But I think it really is on like a case-by-case basis, right? And which is why I applaud Steam for trying to do, you know, have developers say if content is AI generated. Freaking Tim Sweeney or whatever, the Epic CEO's like, yeah, Steam is fucking dumb because we shouldn't have to tell consumers if a game is AI because every game's going to be made by AI in the future. And it's like what are we talking about? Are we talking about like, you know, it's like to what extent, right? But it's like I don't think it's ever bad to let the consumer be informed. But to answer someone's question, like what I consider generative textures, like if I was looking at a Steam game, and it had the AI tag, it said it was just the textures. Honestly, that would lean me away from not playing it. It really depends. I wouldn't say that would be like a death sentence for me, but I don't know. I probably would naturally lean away from it. And that's just me. I don't know. I don't know if this is like a thing in 20 years. Like I'm gonna be, people are gonna be like, oh, you're such a fucking old head. What? You still don't like games, you know, like that have AI art. But that's just ultimately personally where I'm at with it. I'm not like saying everybody needs to think the same way. But yeah. You wanted a game, but you have no time to make it nor money to commission it. My main issue with AI is the matter that it increases supply of artwork in a way that pushes price down. Also, someone tell me top... Oh, never mind. I actually already did buy it. Yeah, there's a lot of issues with AI in terms of the... Oh, I'm out of keys. In terms of the environmental impact. And I get... There's so many indie developers that are like, well, I'm using AI art because this is a solo project, and I just don't have the resources or the time to create the artwork with myself or work with other artists or don't have the funds. And I can understand that and I can sympathize with that. But ultimately, that's what makes indie games so good, in my opinion, is indie games, some of the most special indie games are created because of limitations or are created because of, like, despite limitations. You know, oh, yeah, I'm not an artist. I'm not a big professional artist. So maybe I'll make a very simplified, you know, walking simulator or pixel art game. You know, I mean, it's the joy of pixel art. That's where I feel like that's the joy of pixel art, is it is more approachable than these big, giant 3D animated models and stuff like that, you know? But yeah, I think if I was like the stereotypical gamer bro, right? And I hated like women and minorities in video games, you know? And I only played AAA games and I only drank Mountain Dew so I could get the Call of Duty XP codes, you know? And that's all I cared about. Maybe I would care less about all this. But I have been such a fan of indie games forever, ever since I was a kid. And one of the main reasons why is when you play an indie game, a lot of the times, like, you can feel the love and sweat and, like, attention put into the game, you know? If there's limitations or not, like, but you can feel the love. And whenever there's generative, to me, generative, like, art is some of the worst, along with, like, AI music. AI voice acting, there's a little bit of difference, right? The game I'm a voice actor in, I'm officially a voice actor. If you guys didn't see the video, Dread Protocol, I voiced like 8 or 9 characters in the game. There is still AI voice acting in that game because of the narration of the events, right? And I think he said his plan is to maybe replace that at launch, but it's like, you can still tell this person has worked with like 15 to 20 voice actors to actually voice the characters, you know? So that's why I think it's not so cut and dry, at least in my opinion, but that is all just my opinion, ultimately. I don't know. Doesn't even really matter. We're so broken, I'm not even having to really think about what's going on. The way the movie Clerks was made, the money limits controlled some of the style. Absolutely, you know? It's like some of the best movies, some of the best pieces of artwork are created because of limitations and how people have been able to overcome them, you know? Problem is that the mainstream that isn't as involved in indie, from my experience, is often annoyed by subpar art. And that's fine. They can play Call of Duty and they can get their Mountain Dew codes and they can play the new Black Ops 7 that the story was practically written with AI and AI artwork all in the calling cards and stuff like that, you know? Well, here we go. Here's Hal Gotta Machines. We're killing the AI. Take down the AI. Take down the AI. Take down the AI. I did take a lot of damage. I need to be careful of my health situation. You like most indie games because the effort put in feels palpable. AI stuff in that regard is a void. Yeah. Increase weapon projectiles by 1. Does that mean more Oh, that does. I do think that means more explosions. Dude, this build is crazy. As an artist, just seeing the typical AI art style and shading just makes me instantly cringe. But you want to know what's sad? You want to know what's sad is that typical AI art style was someone's art style. Several people worked for years and years and years and maybe decades to create that art style themselves. You know? And then, like, that's what, you know, you got the environmental impact, but it's all just about this stolen training data, how all of people's artwork was stolen. Because I can't even imagine if I was an artist, you know, and I spent, you know, 20 years creating an art style that I really like and vibe with, and then all this AI just comes up and slurps it up, and now everybody is accusing your artwork. Like, I saw it so much. Back when I still played Marvel Snap. Also, we're going to go to blue because blue is where Zeus is. And we never killed Zeus last episode. So we're going to try to do that. But yeah, I feel bad for those artists. I feel really bad for those artists. Oh, back to what I was saying. Back when I still played Marvel Snap, there were some artists, there was one or two instances where it did turn out that some of the pre-production used AI, and that was bad, and that was a separate issue. But there was an issue of one of the artists' styles. They kept getting accused of AI, and it just was because their art style was one of the art styles that was heavily taken from, by AI and stuff. So we will just take Gambling Faith because I don't have enough health to gamble it away. I find myself frustrated by it. It condemns artists to be viewed through that lens. False positive after false positive. Now it hurt. It's a way of the world telling you your art style is worth no money. So that's why I just try to be, even though I am someone that is like pretty, I would say, anti-AI art and stuff like that. That's why I try to not immediately start going to for people's throats. You know what I mean? So like in this instance, I will look into that. I genuinely will look into this because I am actually curious. Also, okay, the exploding money is gonna freaking end my life. Once again, half of the gameplay here is opening up jump boxes. I will gain a large enough following to have my art collected by AI, then immediately switch to childish doodling. Nobody would want to throw them all off. The problem is they've already then at that point stolen your stuff, you know? Also here, let's go ahead and do Gambling Faith. Maybe we can get some health here, shields, I don't know. We need to pick up the money immediately. And it's like, it's on one hand, I understand that AI is a tool, and there are uses for it, grants an extra jump, consume crystals to get a jump box. Like as an what people are calling AI now, some of these things have been around for 5 to 10 years, even publicly. Photoshop has had tools forever, like 5 or 6 years, where you can have Photoshop, machine learning, what some people would probably call AI at this point, analyze the file and then be like, okay, if you're gonna, like, as an example, say indie developer sends me some artwork, sends me some artwork, and it has a bunch of text on it, right? Photoshop's got tools where I can have it, remove the text very easily. I don't have to freaking pixel by pixel be removing the text, right? I can just kind of like draw over and it'll like analyze from the content perspective from the rest of the image and help out with that. Also, this is a jump thing too, which is cool, but we're definitely staying with explosions. Same thing with AI AI transcribing of videos and stuff like that, like there's definitely, I don't think it necessarily makes sense to be so anti-AI on everything, but where I really personally try to draw the line is with, the generative stuff that is working off of all of this stolen training data, and is being so normalized to such a big degree where, because also, if you guys don't know, AI data centers and stuff, they use clean water. Not only do they use all this electricity, they have to use clean water, and then they spit out all of this fucking toxic water. So when we're in the water wars here in 3 decades from now, we're also going to be fighting against AI data centers for water. It's crazy. Also, extra jump. If we spend coins, we get jumps. So I'm at max jumps, which I've actually never... Wait, we got jump set. I don't think we've ever gotten a jump set before, like a set before. Jump set. I don't know necessarily what that does. It seems like we're just creating things even as we walk, which is pretty cool. I'll do a bit more gambling. And part of the conversation of AI artwork should be, what are the motives for those who are supporting it? What's their end game? Well, and especially with the U.S. economy, it feels like our entire economy is gambling on this AI bubble, right? All of these tech companies are only creating RAM now for data centers. They're not, some of them are pivoting away from giving consumers RAM. They're only going to be doing that, It does feel like we're in an AI bubble, and I hope the AI bubble pops a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I don't think it'll ever be like NFTs where they die out completely. But I do hope we can get to a point where there's more like calculated uses for it, and it doesn't feel like everything on the planet is trying to shove AI down our throats. Trying to get a little bit more health or something, though I'm scared. I think this thing's gonna blow up, actually. Increase weapon damage and slightly increases movement speed. I'll take it. Okay, we'll go back now. We got that so early. I don't think data centers emit toxic water. They just evaporate it. I'm gonna look it up. I'm pretty sure I've done a bunch of research, but I don't like fake newsing you guys. That's what you get from Time to Grind gaming videos. Do AI data centers take in fresh water and toxify it? So the AI, Google AI, is saying, yes, AI data centers consume vast amounts of fresh water for cooling purposes, and the water is often made unusable due to evaporation and the addition of chemicals. There's also, if I go to websites like eeisi.org, the Environmental and Energy Institute, they use a lot of the stuff for cooling. And yeah, they are threatening freshwater supplies. And they use a bunch of energy, obviously. A medium-sized data center can consume 110 million gallons of water per year for cooling purposes. Large data centers can drink up to 5 million gallons per day. I'm trying to find something about the toxic stuff. This is a whole piece of research. 80% of the water, typically fresh water, withdrawn by data centers evaporates, with the remaining water discharged to municipal wastewater facilities. The large volume of wastewater from data centers may overwhelm existing local facilities, which were not designed to handle such a high volume. And then there's more about the electricity and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure I'm correct. I could do more research, but... Okay, let's go do the challenge room here. Oh my gosh, look at the amount of... Wait, the jump set is creating way more of them now. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is amazing. I do feel like we've broken this game, but we're still low health. We have the revives, but we need to be careful, though. Just pull together an army of indie devs and storm the data centers. No, they'd probably have an AI already freaking scraping. They knew you were going to do it. We're talking about Minecraft, Mr. CIA, FBI man, AI dude listening. We're talking about Minecraft. Yeah, we're just constantly creating extra jump marks. I guess that's what happens because we completed the jump set. That is pretty sick. Okay, now someone can tell me top or bottom. So I can blame it on y'all. Take a sip of water here, too. Pink is the best color. Okay. Pink is... I'll go pink. Should have gone top. Though, honestly, at this point, I don't know what really I could gain. I don't really feel like gambling a bunch here. I'm going to just... Yeah. Once again, yeah, because every time you get a jump box, you get the normal box too with it. Okay. I just don't want to hurt myself, to be completely honest. We are so low health and we're in the end game here. Dang, dude, and I'm still taking... dude, I'm worried. I am genuinely worried. Oh my gosh, because also I hurt myself with the explosions from my gun. So I gotta be careful. Dude, I don't know. Island Twig, upon use, consumes crystals to summon a wooden crate. Whatever. I need more health. All good roguelikes, come back to gambling. Okay. Secret room? Did we already find? No, we haven't found the secret room yet. Send in the bombs! This is so many bombs. I'm trying not to shoot, because that just ends up hurting me half the time. Okay, we're going to just buy a bunch of boxes, but what, are they just more jump boxes? I don't need these. It is giving me more damage, but... Oh my, there's so much, there's so much. Half of this gameplay has been opening up boxes. It's like I'm playing a freaking Valve game. I do love Valve. They do like them boxes, though. I'm not even gonna bother opening up the rest of those. Not gonna bother with fishing. That takes way too much time. I don't really like the fishing minigame in this. AI hasn't recreated the homemade forge in my backyard for subpar metalwork with stolen metal. Yeah, and I hope that, like, there is a general, because there's a couple different things, a couple different possibilities. Either the you know, people like myself's backlash to AI and generative AI and certain things is, it's either this is just a delay, and eventually there will be just enough people that don't care about it that it is still commercially viable to do AI projects. But what I hope is that there's just genuinely, you know, like, there's just, I can't even take all these coins because I'm scared of them blowing up. I hope that there's generally enough people that, like, won't buy AI games and won't buy, like, you know, these things to the point where, you know, there will be value in someone doing things themselves or, like, stuff like that, you know? Gain an orbital that can block enemy bullets. When you take damage, it automatically attacks enemies. Oh my gosh. And then we're gonna buy a weapon to sell. We're almost at level 8. I'll get a shield. And we will... Oh, didn't mean to buy the crystals. I'll buy the key. I'm just still extremely worried here about... Oh, okay, those coins are gonna blow up and... This is such a weird build. Just give me shields or something. That's what I need. I don't need all this other stuff. I need shields. That is what I need. Because I can kill the whole map. Oh, and now we got a clown that throws bombs. In battle, he throws clown bombs to attack. When awakened, he throws clown bombs. I feel like I'm just gonna freaking kill myself with these bombs. There is somewhere apparently with a heart. Let me go look for that. The more bombs, the better. Is there credits in the menu? Probably. I could look after this. Why get shields? Just kill them all first before you hit them. The problem is the bombs are single-handedly probably making us lose half of our health. Well, let's go. That's what's making me like not even want to shoot my thing. But here we go, Zeus. We couldn't kill Zeus last time. Let's see if we can get it done this time. Oh my gosh, the amount of damage we are doing. Oh my gosh. I think we're gonna get to kill Zeus for the first time. Oh my gosh! Increases your weapon's projectile range and jump height. Did we already win? Did I already win the game? I don't even think I calculated where we were. We already won. That's how broken of a build we had. Wow. Wow. So there we go. There we go. We have now beaten Zeus and Hal. And it opened up Athena. Reality and illusion intertwine as Athena receives every choice in the world. Ancient strategy and modern order. So I'm going to mark on my little sticky note, if we're doing more Neon Abyss 2 in the future, that we have completed Zeus. As there's a lot of bosses here. But honestly, yeah, here in this video. Oh, well, first of all, unlocked a bunch of stuff. What do we get? We got Grim Smile. We got a new blessing and a new melee weapon. Cool. But yeah, here let me see if there's a credits. Otherwise, it might be on their website or something. Let's go look. Patch notes. Yeah, there might be something. Obviously, not having a credits that doesn't guarantee that this is all AI artwork, but I will do more research. But I don't think that really is a nail in the coffin, you know. Because this is made by a bigger company, you know. I'd say probably a AA company, obviously not a AAA company. I don't know if all they've created was Neon Abyss, the first game too. But man, we have finally made more progress here. And very, very, very happy about that. So we still got a lot more bosses to fight, a lot more builds. Obviously, we've never really done a jump build, let alone one with bombs. So, if you guys want to keep seeing more Neon Abyss 2, let me know. Definitely still a lot of content to be consumed. But yeah, I just can't believe how much we broke that game to the point where I wasn't even really paying attention. We were just talking. But that's what's great. That's what's great about the channel is we do that. We could do that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And there we go. So, man, I had so much fun this episode, right? Getting to do the jump strat with all of the explosions. So OP and so broken that we ended up not even really, comprehending what we were doing. Part of that was probably because of the AI conversation, which actually, speaking of which, after we streamed this, we had a whole 30 to 45 minute conversation on our stream about AI. We were doing research into the claims that Neon Abyss 2 uses AIR, and just to be completely upfront and straight with y'all, I want to let you guys know where those accusations came, because we did end up looking out where they came from. And the Steam discussions, a lot of people started accusing Neon Abyss 2 of having AI agent art, as we talked about in this video. And I looked, and the claims were just denied several times by VWoo Games themselves. People were asking them to provide references because it looks AI and there's no way they could be wrong. And VWoo provided this. So I know some people might say that this doesn't mean much. They could have done this after the fact, whatever. But they're denying it. They're so either they're lying, but I don't personally think they are, especially because a lot of this art feels very familiar from the first game. I don't know if they were full-on agent arts, but all of the key artwork that Neon Abyss 1 had feels very similar. And we looked at, and there is a big team. There's like 20 to 25 people working at VWoo Games, maybe a little bit less than that. But there's a good amount of people as well. So I just wanted to let you guys know, I wanted to include that context in this video at the end, because we were talking about it extremely heavily during this episode. So I do want to, at least give you guys what the devs themselves said. Now, obviously, if it turns out that they were lying this whole time, then that would suck a lot. But for me personally, I think I kind of believe believe the devs, but everyone is welcome to make their own decisions. I don't want too many false accusations being thrown out if they are false or if I believe they're false or whatever. So just wanted to give you guys the evidence so you guys can make that decision. I'm still vibing with Neon Abyss 2 for now, I suppose. Definitely let me know if you guys want to see more. There is still so many more of those bosses for us to kill and murder and stuff like that. So, let me know if you want to keep seeing more. Make sure you subscribe and ring that bell like what the big boy YouTubers say to be notified when more Neon Abyss 2 videos come out. If there are some, they'll be on the screen right next to me. Check out that playlist for all the other crazy builds and runs and stuff we've done. And if you guys are going to be grinding out some Neon Abyss 2 on your own, then I wish you guys luck, and I'll see you all next time.